What is up, Pyromaniacs? Parastasis here. We are back in the world of the 1.122 pack. Sorry, 1. Yeah, I did it right. No, I got it right. That's awesome. Anyways, it is 11:30 at night. I work tomorrow, and I am not feeling well. I made the wonderful choice to have Long John Silver's tonight for dinner, and I am immensely regretting that choice right now. So I'm hoping we'll feel better. So, wanted to go over what happened with this. We did some testing and we found out, I believe at the end of the video, I came over here and I attempted to, what do you call it? Like I checked to see if I could get into the rocket, like if it was invisible, and I couldn't click on it and couldn't interact. So I can't tell if it's fueling. I think it is. 83992. Wait. Is that pulling out or pushing in? I get the feeling it's pulling. This is just straight up not fucking connecting. Change to normal, change to push, change to pull. So we are pulling out of this, and I want to, oh shit, I want to push into this, I think. Either way, I can't tell if it is loading or not. There are containers on there, and I think those containers are where the fuel comes from. So I don't know if this one needs one. Anyways, Pi tested it. He has access to my world, and he came over and tested it. I think he set up one over here, and then he tried to duplicate what happened to me, and it just didn't do it. It didn't do anything. So it turned out it was just invisible. So we broke the launch pad, and once we broke the launch pad, it broke everything else. So we were good. I did also want to show you guys this. I believe I put all the stuff in here. So we now have 2.6 trillion, and we'll go ahead and go inside so I can show you guys. Yeah. So you can see we are 3 away from completing the first row. Obviously, we've got to go all the way up. And the way I'll fill this in is we're going to do it all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. So we'll do all the 3 rows. Then here, we'll go all the way up. And then once we do that, we'll probably come over here to this wall and then start here and then come back. And we'll move. Actually, I probably won't move the provider, but I'll probably set up at least one more provider here. Maybe 2. I don't think we're going to need a drastically large amount of output, but you never know. So right now we have the ability to output up to 13 million RF a tick, which just seems like an absolutely asinine and ridiculous amount, but it is what it is. All right, so let's check everything. I thought I did my tanks earlier, but maybe I didn't. Oh, and I got to give Pi a shout out. He set up an ME interface here for me, which allows me to put the, what do you call it, all the recipes and stuff directly into here. So you can see the factory that's down there. It's got open slots, advanced inscribers, and this is the molecular assemblers that I've got. So I've got a few open spots here, but not really. So that keeps me from having to come over here and click this. Also, Pi wanted to point out that he called it not the most efficient setup. I don't think that's the right word, but basically, and I'll use this to demonstrate, I could put cubes, or not cubes, but interfaces here, and they would interact with all those. The problem with that is then I'd need to put interfaces here on this side to interact. So if any of you guys remember Power Flowers, you can actually set this all up more or less with Power Flower like setup. So like, you know, you put one on top and then on all 6 sides, and then you do the next one and you do it all around that. it would drastically change my current model, and it would look funky. It would look, well, honestly, it would look like this. So it would be shaped like this setup here. So the problem with that setup is you literally can't finish it, because no matter what you do, you're always going to want to add another one, which is going to make it grow, and it's just going to infinitely starfish. So I'm all right to try that if you guys want, but we'd still hit the cap, which I think is 32 on that, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't think we did any more remodeling down here. He did fix this. I don't remember how he did it. I think he used a different cable. Yeah, he used a dense smart cable, and instead of the normal smart cable, and she did as well. So it can't do smart to smart, but it can do dense to smart, and that will make it not flash like that. So, and I need to put another facade block here. I don't know what happened to that facade block, but it was definitely my fault. What else? What else? I think that's it. So we're going to try and get to Mars. I wanted to build the space station, but I didn't take a picture of it last time. So we're going to take a picture of it this time so I know what to make. Actually, did I take a picture of it last time? We can find out real quick. Let me look. So hang on, I got to change the view. It's going to break this for just a second. There it goes. Let me click on this and open it up. I could have also, okay, that's not helpful. It opened the picture. Easier way is just go to Options, Resource Packs, Open Resource Pack folder. Let me drag this over. You guys can't see it, but I've opened up the window on my personal computer. We go to screenshots. There we go. And did I take a picture? I'm pretty sure I did. I did. Okay, so I have the materials. Let me zoom in real quick, and we'll do these. Okay. It's not clear what the materials are is the only issue. So let's go back to done. Let's go back to full screen. Hopefully that doesn't break anything. Okay, we're good. All right, so it looks like we need 16 aluminum. So aluminum. So I will bring, I'll just bring a stack. I think that's iron. Could also be 10. So we're going to bring a stack of iron, a stack of 10. Yeah, I think that's 10. It might be. No, it's not steel. Steel's 2. Yeah, I think it's these 3. Okay, and then I don't remember what that other thing is. I'm trying to remember what it goes into. Oh, God. I guess we can just do this. Trying to find it. It's a little... There it is. It's this. Advanced wafer. There we go. So I need one of these redstone repeaters. Okay. And I actually have one. Okay, and I only need one of those. Okay, so we should be able to build our space station now. My only concern is if I build the space station, I might not be able to go to Mars. So I don't know. And I don't know if we can build a space station around Mars or not. So this is going to be interesting. We got plenty of fuel. Status is ready. Load fuel. I forgot to click load fuel. That's the problem. Okay. So we are now loading. We are now draining. Perfect. Are you doing stuff or no? 654. Yeah, it's refining. Okay. All right, all right, all right. So we'll give this a second to do its thing. For a couple minutes. I probably should have been on that a little bit earlier. I honestly forgot that there was a button there. There was something else that I was doing that I now forget. I want to check this again because this has been, yeah. This is completely fucked, and it's really annoying me because I don't know why this is doing this. So if you know why this is doing this, please let me know in the comment section, because it's really... Yeah, well, okay, it is working to some extent because I have 11K in here. So some of it is functional. I don't know why it's not working 100%. Let's get the other rocket up. We're not going to go and build this. I guess we could build the space station first. Rocket, there we go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. All right, let's slap this bad boy down. Oh. All right, all right, all right. Shit. So what I was going to do is we were going to go do the space station first, but that's not going to work because okay, that one's full. Let's swap it out for this. Oh, and that's right. Okay, now I remember. All right. It's because I took all that shit down when I took it all down. That's fine. We have enough to get us through. Okay, and then I need to make another linking book. So I have... Is that a blank linking book? No. Trying to remember... Okay, so I need... If I recall, we need a blank page, so I need paper. Paper. Sugarcane. I always want to call this reeds for some reason. Was there a mod where these were called reeds? I'm thinking no, but for some reason... my mind's telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. Something like that. Shit. Trying to remember how to make this. It is leather, I think. So, okay, perfect. I always forget how to do this. Okay, so an unlinked linking book. And I'm going to technically need 2 of these, actually. Because we need to get there and back. So I have another page. And then I have more leather. No? What? Oh, yes, duh. Wrong page. You'd think I've done this enough that I would remember how to do it now. All right, so an unlinked linking book. There we go. We are linked. So we now have our way home. And then I need to make another stand. Technically, I need to make 2. So we have the moon. I want to call it the mun after Kerbal Space. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good. We're going to find out what's going to happen when we go to Mars. Let's see if this thing... How are we doing on fuel here? Is it going up now? Okay, it's going up again, and if it's going up, that means this is done loading. I'm pretty sure. Fuel tank can be filled with canisters. Stop loading. We're not... I guess the easiest way to find out is do this. Now I can see if it's going down. Okay, it is not going down. Since it's not going down, that means it is complete. Okay, so I have the linking book. I have the stand. This will bring me back here. Okay, fuck it. Let's go. That's enough screwing around. Okay, let's go ahead and launch. I wanted to shape change, but I'm a little worried if I shape change now, bad things will happen. I like how the number gets bigger. Oh god, the Long John Silvers is mad at me. Ugh. Holy shit, this thing hauls ass. This thing's even faster than the other one. Yeah, have you ever, like, eaten something and it, like, tasted good and then immediately after eating it, like just the thought of it makes you sick. Like you're not actually sick, like you're not actually in pain, but it's just like violent disgust with yourself, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe I'm just crazy. I like how it has Milky Way up here, like there's multiple galaxies that it has access to. Okay, a space station can be created here. So I can actually create a space station over Mars, which we are going to do. So the space station has been created. You can see that there. And then we are going to land on, well, there's Phobos. And then, no. Let's go back. Okay, I want to go to Mars. And I want to land on Mars. I don't want to build the space station. But we do have a space station. So let's go ahead and land on Mars. We have a station there. I don't know what the station does for us, if anything. What in the absolute fuck is this? Landing balloons? Oh my god, I'm gonna bounce. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Dude, that scared the fuck out of me. Okay. So, I'm not dead. Alright, we're going to take our tier 2 rocket and we're going to take our launch pad. I don't know how I'm supposed to take the fuel out of there. Alright, so what we're going to do immediately is set this down. I'm going to set the linking book, which lets us go home. Then I'm going to make the new linking book so I can get the fuck out of here if I need to. And then we're going to just take a quick look around. I see something over here. We're just going to take a... Whoops, I'm not going to be stupid. Do this. Press M. I'm going to set our new waypoint as lander. Or in this case, balloon hell, whatever. What is that thing? Oh my god, there's a bunch of them. Okay, first off, I just want to see what this is, because it's the only block on the surface that's different. Okay, it's ice. Okay, that's interesting. So, it seems like I was right. A yellow slimeling egg? Yeah, we're not touching that shit. That's copper. That's copper. So we have our... You'll never get me, copper. We've got our standard setup of ores on the surface. Let's see, how are we doing here? Everything seems fine, so I'm apparently doing okay. Let's drop this bad boy here. And then... What the fuck? Okay. Seems to have fucked with the shade a little bit, but that's alright. And I keep being told that I can hook these two up together directly, but I keep forgetting that. Input, let's set that to output. Let's open you up, and what do we got configured on you? Okay, let's delete. New filter, or dictionary, star, or, I think? No. Damn it. Delete. New filter. I think it's or star. There it goes. Alright, so let's start it up. Holy shit. So we got copper ore, we got tin ore, we got lead ore, we got silver ore, we got nickel ore, we got iron ore. Keep going. Come on, give us some titanium or something new. Please. I'm gonna let that run for a minute, and while that's running... Wow. This is like a complete contrast from what we had on the moon, because on the moon we had 1 million villages, and here, I mean, this place is just a fucking wasteland. Like, I'm not seeing anything. I will say these hills are amazing looking. I'm curious what we got down here. Oh wow, look at this. We got aluminum, we got iron. Dash, okay, we got dash. Dash is something new. We have ice, which we don't give a fuck about. What else we got? Iron, 10. Nothing new. Okay. And I don't want to go too deep in this because there's more dash. There's a lot of dash, whatever. And it's funny because I'm hearing flames, but we're also seeing ice, which seems to be kind of contradictory. High environmental pressure. Okay. Interesting. It is cool that they use a different landing method here. All right, so iron ore. So we have dash ore. We have 10 ore, aluminum, iron ore, and copper. So this is kind of what I was talking about. And maybe I'm wrong here. Yeah, see how there's two different types of tin ores? That's a config issue. Whoever made this pack, they must have missed that, because this and this should be combined into one, because it doubles generation for no reason, which makes it, especially when you have this much generation of everything, it makes it just a little bit harder for you to get, you know, what you're actually needing. Does that make sense? Because it removes other things from the pool, and due to that, you can't find certain stuff. Does that make sense? I mean, you can, but you're finding less of it. All right, so we're going to take this dash ore back to base, and we're going to take a look and see what the fuck it's all about. So let's hit this up. Let's go back. Looks like our Veld does work. Perfect. Okay, so let's click on this dash and see what it does. So dash is possible for dash dust, dash ingots. Dash ingots are used in a launch controller, an arc lamp, terraformer. Terraformers are used to add some greenery to distant planets, adding grass, trees, and water when given the correct materials. That's fucking cool. What else we got? Dash sticks, dash swords, don't really care about that shit. Dash leggings, meh. Dash helmet. Oxygen controller, vehicle charger, atmospheric valves. Isothermic fabric, okay. That'd be like tier 2 fabric. Tier 2 wheels, batteries. Vehicle charging pad, dash dust, dash seeds. I don't think we're going to really need, I don't know if we're going to need that much dash. Nothing here really seems all that necessary. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I mean, let's look at the tier 3 rocket. Unless the tier 3 rocket needs dash, this has not helped us. Okay. Tier 3 rocket. Let me guess. Dash. Yes. Okay, so to make the next tier of rocket, we need dash. Okay, that's fair. I mean, literally we were on that planet for like, what? 30 seconds, and we've technically already got enough stuff. Now, we're going to need a lot of dash for this. Sorry, I was just looking through all the stuff. We're going to need the same boosters that we needed before. I think these are new. Yeah, we need a lot of dash. Okay. So dash is going to be a big deal. So my question is, can we 5x dash? It looks like we can. Okay. Dash, we'll go ahead and turn auto eject on. I have to pull all this stuff out because we were using a lot of that. There we go. There we go. And now we have dash. So we can 5x. So definitely going to turn that on. Let that do its thing. And then I need to put you here. So we now got Mars. Let's go back to Mars. Your radiation damage will reduce... Okay. Your radiation damage will reduce slowly over time. But to reduce large amounts, use sleeping, decontamination unit, or anti-rad drinks. You can use oxygen sealer with ambient thermal controller for full protection from radiation or pressure. Okay. I'm not really concerned with either of those right now because we're okay. This is more iron. Let's take that dash. There's more dash. So much dash. I don't know what to do with it all, my friend. Okay, that is a fucking shit ton of dash. Alright, we're gonna go back. Let that keep... You know, I should probably pull the rest of the ore out of there, honestly. We'll just do that. So the problem with this is there's no stacking feature. So if you pull out anything that isn't a stack, you run the risk of something like this, where you end up with, like... See, there's 2 sets of lead here. Because it just simply drops the stuff in the furthest, or the closest? I don't know what you want to call it. It puts it in the slot that is open, and that's it. So there's no real long-term thought there. Whereas a lot of other stuff will be like, hey, is this already in the inventory? Yes? Okay, let's put it there. No. That would be too easy. That would be way too easy. We're not going to have that shit here. No easy town here. Alright. I'm actually surprised we still have redstone there after doing that big 10x. I wonder. Let's just look. Induction. If we wanted to make 10 more. Oh my god. We're actually missing redstone. I don't think we actually are missing redstone though. And we can find out real quick. Redstone. There is no recipe. Look, 181,000. Jesus Christ. Put that in the middle. Put that in the middle. There we go. We got 16. So this is a crafting pattern, not a process pattern. There we go. So we'll use our new pie powered. That's right. It runs on pecan pie. We'll put that in there. And now we come back here, and now can we make 10 of those bad boys? OMG, we can. So yeah, why not? I'm going to start that up running so we can get another 10. Maybe we'll do 10 a video. And that it would probably still take another 30 some odd videos before we actually completed it all. Which is kind of horrifying, but it is what it is. Okay, we'll let all those run, and I'm going to put all of this shit in here. Make sure I don't fuck up and put anything important in there that we might need. I don't think so. We should be good. Let's head back and fill back up. Oh my god. That is fucking cool. That... God, space is fucking awesome, man. Okay, we're out of power. I'm gonna have to bring more. Of course, I put the cube up. Yeah, space has always been one of those things that just fascinates me. I grew up on Star Trek The Next Generation, and, you know, I hated reading as a young kid, but my mother literally used to use reading as a punishment. Like, if I was bad, I had to go read. Like, that was how she, and it was effective because I hated it. But I had a very competitive streak, and I probably told this story before, but I had a very... The fuck just happened? Okay, I guess it just went on me. I had a very competitive streak as a child, and so if you told me I couldn't do something, or if you told me you were better than me, or, you know, anything... What the fuck? Anything along those lines. Is that a Martian Enderman? Hello, Mr. Martian. Oh, okay, so it's the same kind. I don't know why Endermen are so popular on these other planets, but they are. Anyways, so we moved when I was, I want to say about 12, and we moved across town. All my other friends were on the other side of town, and this was back in the 90s, so there was no internet, there were no cell phones. I mean, they're in the late 90s there were, but this was like early 90s, and in the early 90s there was no internet. At least not the way you guys know internet. There was some forms of walled garden internets like AOL or Videotel was something that we had, but it was like message boards and MUDs and role-playing games and things like that. Nothing actually fun. Like chat rooms were that was like the Minecraft and Roblox of the day. You know, you hung out in chat rooms, and which is amazing that, you know, I didn't get, you know, dealt with predators and all that shit. But anyways, and And when we moved, I didn't have any friends, so my brother did, because there were a couple kids his age right down the street, but for me, I didn't know anybody. And so there was a library literally across the street. We were in a subdivision, and the town was really new. It was young, it was small, and so there was a big park across the street. And this is like a 2-lane road, right? And so you walk out of our house, there's the main 2-lane road that feeds the subdivision, and then right on the other side of that main road was the park, and next to the park was the library. And so literally it was 25 yards from my house, like very close. And so we went over there, and we went over there just to look. I didn't really give a shit at the time, but my mom was trying to, widen my horizons, so to speak. And when we got there, the librarian was, even back then they loved books, which is really cool. Now at this point I can understand, but back then I was like, you guys are fucking weird. You like books? What's wrong? What the fuck's wrong with y'all? And so they were having their yearly reading. They had a summer reading competition, and in that you basically read pages or read books, and then you write down the number of pages, and that's your score, so to speak. And at the end of the summer, and it was like 90 days, the person who read the most pages got a prize. And at that time, the prize was a $100 gift certificate to Toys R Us. Well, a $100 gift certificate back then would be like a $500 gift certificate now. Like with $100, you could buy a Nintendo, which would be like a PlayStation 5 now, and it was amazing. Well, as soon as they said there was like $100 involved, my ears perked up. And then there was this little girl sitting on the counter waiting for her mom, and I was all excited about the $100, and she just laughed at me and said, "You don't need to even try. I always win." And it was like, what, bitch? Of course, this was before I learned dirty words, so it was like, I don't know what actually went through my head. It was something along the lines of, "Oh, you foul maiden, have that said evil things about me?" Or I don't know, some shit like that. So anyways, I pretty much made it my goal that summer, because I didn't have shit else to do. Like summer break, back then, when you're young, summer break feels like forever. Like it feels like half your life. Like 90 days off of school. Of course, now it's a lot less than that. I think it's like 65 to 45 days off school, but back then my school let out May 18th and didn't go back in till September 1st. So it was like June, July, and August. It was amazing. It was forever, because it was a private school, and they don't have public schools get paid for the number of days that they put your ass in school. So the days that your butt is not in that seat is days they lose money. So they're incentivized to have more days. So therefore, the summer vacation got shorter and shorter. Or at least that's what I was told. I don't know. That may be horse shit. You guys are more than welcome to correct me on that, because I don't fucking know. That's what I just read on the internet. Actually, no, it's just what my mom told me, and she's fucking crazy, so who knows. Anyways, so that's all I did. All I did was read. So that summer, this wasn't a big library. This was like a small library. It's about, I don't know, maybe 3,000 square feet. It's about the size of a 3-bedroom house. And so that summer, I read every Hardy Boys book that they had, which was 300, I think, hardback blue covers. Like, these are the original Hardy Boys from the 70s. Then I read the new hard books, which was like 120. And those were from like the 80s. And then the brand new paperbacks from like the 90s, all of them. Then I read all of the Nancy Drews, the originals and the news. I read all of the Choose Your Own Adventures. They had another series that was a detective series, a bunch of kids. There was these 3 kids, and their parents owned a junkyard. And in the center of the junkyard, under a ton of shit, was a camper. And they found a way to get into the camper, and the camper was their like clubhouse. It was the fucking coolest book ever. So anyways, I got to the point where I read really, really, really quickly. So I'd get up in the morning, 8 o'clock, I'd go across the street, and I'd grab 3 books. And the books were about 150 to 200 pages each. I'd read pretty much all 3 of them, and then I'd take them back, drop them off, and asked for 3 more. And then that was my summer for the entire 90 days. At the end of it, I want to say it was like somewhere between 125,000 and 175,000 pages. And I destroyed the fucking, like, it wasn't even close. Like, the next person read like 34,000 pages. And like, some of the parents were like, you just fucking cheated. And then, like, by that time I knew all of the librarians intimately. Like, I knew, like, one of them was named Tina. I still remember her. One of them, I don't remember her name, but she had a lazy eye and she was really sweet. And then they had these awesome suckers. Anyways, so some of the parents thought I had cheated and, like, I just made that shit up, but I was in there literally every day. And, like, when I first started, some of the ladies had asked me questions about the books, and, like, it was obvious that I knew what I was reading. Does that make sense? So it was pretty clear to everybody that I wasn't cheating. I just had no fucking life. It was like the equivalent of staying home all summer and playing Minecraft. You know, you'd have like the biggest, most glorious base ever. So, and what was funny is by the end of the summer, my reading speed was insane. I could read a 150-page book in 2 hours or less. And I was eating, like, I literally read everything they had. It got to the point where there was nothing left for me to read, and I had to move out of the young adult fiction and into the adult fiction. And that's when I started reading. Well, R.L. Stine was still, I mean, when you're 12, R.L. Stine at the time, which I don't even know if the dude's still writing books. He writes young adult fiction, but he was mature for a 12-year-old. And so I read all of the R.L. Stine books, and then once I ate all his shit, he was the guy who did Goosebumps on Nickelodeon, if I recall, which I don't even know is still a thing. I don't even know if Nickelodeon is still a thing, but it was big back then. And then I started getting into Stephen King and Dean Koontz and Michael Crichton. God, Michael Crichton only wrote like 6 books, but that dude was a genius. Like, his shit was so tough to get into because, like, they were 400 or 500 page books, and the first 150 to 200 page books were like doctoral theses on whatever the fuck you were reading. So, like, Andromeda Strain, which is about this virus that gets out, literally the first like 150 pages are just biochemistry and like the most complex, in-depth shit you've ever read. And then by the time the book is over, it actually makes sense. And it's fucked up because I've read so much of this shit, and a lot of science fiction and things like that are written by really smart people, like astrophysicists, physicists, all that type of shit. When, like, they start talking about, one second. You're fine. When they start talking about, like, the Hadron Collider and like the Higgs boson and all that stuff, it's fucked up because, like, I've read about that shit. And sure, most of the shit that I've read about is because, like, science fiction is based on physics and based on science, but it's fiction. So, like, for instance, we know how to go faster than light. We know how to do it. We don't have the ability to do it. Does that make sense? So, like, for instance, to put it in terms, we know how to do warp drive, but what we would need would be like 100 million of these power cubes to do it. And there's just no way for us. We don't currently have the technology to make that much power. Coincidentally, recently, they actually accidentally made a warp bubble. It was a very small warp bubble, and it only lasted for a second, and it was an accident because they were working on something else. But it is something that they did, and it's part of the Alcubierre warp theory, which I'm not going to go into because I don't want to fucking make you all crazy. But anyways, back to the reading stuff. Because of the reading, I got really into science. I got really into space, and space has always fascinated me. You know, Star Trek, The Next Generation. I grew up on that shit. That shit was fucking amazing. Will Riker was the pimp daddy back then. He's the only person in the fucking history of the world that somehow made a trombone sexy. I mean, like, the dude was a beast. But yeah, I don't know how I got off on all that. I've just been rambling for like 20 minutes at this point, not even fucking worried about Minecraft. So sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. I blame I blame the Martians. Where are you? Oh yeah, I gotta reset it. There we go. Output. And we're good. Did we get anything new? Copper, iron, dash, lead, silver, tin, copper, iron. So I think dash is literally the only... I mean, that's fine. That'll get us tier 3. So at tier 3, we'll be able to go to Venus, which we'll do in the next episode. And I kind of feel bad at this point because Mistcraft drastically simplifies this process because we never have to come home. At least not with a rocket. So it just makes it so much... Oh, I was going to fucking put that over there, but we don't need it. It makes it so much easier because I can just instantly teleport home. But normally you'd have to use the rocket, you'd have to fly home, you'd have to manage your fuel, you'd have to build a setup. And I believe there's even a way to automate the fueling, loading, and launching of rockets. But we won't be doing that in this pack because we have no need. I can literally just, magic my way back and forth. So Venus is the next option. That's what we're aiming for next, I believe. And then hopefully on Venus we can get the stuff needed for a tier 4 rocket. And then from there we can go, I think we'll open up things like Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Pluto, Ceres, etc., etc. And we'll see what some of that's about. So, and we're probably going to continue to make like 10 cubes or so an episode because that seems to be a pretty good rate. Good God. What are we making that's slowing this thing down? It's literally just the wow, we still need 10,000 alloys. I'm honestly thinking we need to bulk speed this up and probably gonna need, I don't know, to make that quicker. I don't know if I can scale this enough to make it work because we need probably somewhere, I mean, I guess I could duplicate it. I don't know how it handles multiple recipes off multiple machines. So for instance, if I duplicate this, I mean, I guess we can find out real quick because I have an idle machine. So let's find out. So we come over here, we clear you, we switch you to process, we do alloy like this, click that, click there. So let's get rid of that. We just have iron, we have that, we encode it. Perfect. Okay. So come back down here. Boop, 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 boop. Beep, boop. I mean, I guess I literally could have probably put this in from up there. All right. And then I fill this up and it's not getting, well, I guess I can cancel it and restart it. And then we can see if it'll use them. God dang fly, you bitch. All right. Canceling. Doesn't fuck anything up because all the resources are still here. So we do induction. We do 10, we do next, and we do start. Okay, so let's go see if it's working now. And also part of this might... Okay, I need to look. Okay, you're still cooking. Let me go ahead and fill you back up. So we have input on the top, so I need to make sure that's right. So input's in the top. It is working. We set that on, and it's pulling out. So we're now doubled up. Okay, which means I'm going to need significantly more redstone. Holy fuck. Wow. We burned through all that redstone. Oh my god. Well, we still have 120,000. And this thing automatically pulls. So like, let's say you need 500,000 redstone for something. It will secure that before it runs the operation. Does that make sense? So it's going to pull that into the memory buffer or whatever. Sorry, I needed a drink. So you won't have to... Oh god, Pack was like... Erk. Yeah, literally the issue now. And I may have to set up one of these just to run redstone. But again, and now keep in mind, I'm recording this episode before the last episode goes live. I'm recording this at like, it's literally almost 12:30 in the morning at this point, which is stupid because I have to work tomorrow. But again, not feeling well. Thank you, Long John Silvers. It's the gift that keeps on giving. But yeah, I may need to actually set that up to where I can automate this. I just have to figure out how to put the redstone in. But how fast are we making this now? So we needed 9,000 earlier. We've already made 2,000 enriched alloys because I've added a machine. And I could very easily add, whoops, sorry about that, hit the wrong button. I could verily, I could very easily add multiple machines to this to scale it. But like I said, this is the holdup. I need to figure out how to get the, I mean, it shouldn't be too hard, honestly, but I'll have to make another furnace so that we can pump into it. And then if I can figure out how to fill that one specific slot, then we'd pretty much be golden. And then we can just keep that slot filled, and then I could run it like 4x. But, I mean, technically I could just do all this, but unfortunately for this, I do need these two patterns as well to actually make what we're making. So I guess I could extend it over to the left and add two more, maybe, or go down, but I don't think we've got the channels for it. Yeah, we're down to one channel left here. Yeah, so I don't think we could do it. I think we'd run out of channels. I'd have to do another, and it's getting harder and harder to get with all my spaghetti to get off of this. And one of you pointed out that I think it was Zetharian, pointed out there's a type of pipe that I can use so they won't connect. If I can figure that out, that'll save me immensely. All right, let's look at this again. We were at 7,400. So just while talking about this and doing that, we've already gone through another 1,000 alloys. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. So when we add 10 more to this, that is going to complete our first row, and that's going to put us somewhere in the neighborhood of like 10 trillion maybe. It's just getting ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, I'm going to make a new weapon before we go to Venus. We are still not going to be able to make a new suit, which is interesting, because we don't, I mean, I can hop back over here real quick, but yeah, I don't think we've gotten any titanium. 10 iron, I'm just checking. Nope, I got excited there for a second. Yeah, unless it's low. I mean, we still have 4,000 ores to mine, so it's still quite possible that there's something good deep down. Probably not, but it is possible. So we will see if there's any titanium deep. If there is, we can make a tier 2 setup, and then we'll be good. But like I said, I don't think there's going to be. So I'm going to keep pumping out Dash. I don't know why I'm still making this, because we 5x the first stack, and that probably gave us more than we'll ever use. We're not going to make seeds of this because there's just no reason. If there was an EMC system here and maybe this had a higher EMC value, I might consider it, but there isn't, and so we won't. Oh, I need some help. Before I let you guys go, there was a mod back in the day, and for those guys who play World War Minecraft, it was in World War Minecraft, and what the mod is it was like Project E, but it was a liquid, and Lem put it in. I don't remember what it was. It was green, and it was really cool because this was back in the day when we had just made the move from like 1.25 to 1.3, so it'd gone from 2 versions of Minecraft where you had SSP and multiplayer into one version, and what was it? Equivalent Exchange did not make the jump, and so because of that, there were mods that came out to replace it, and this mod was one of those replacements. And I don't remember what it's called, but EMC was a liquid, and you could pump it, you could store it, and I did a brief video on it. I can probably go back and dig through my own videos and find it, but one of you may know what the mod I'm talking about is. It's not Project E. It's not Equivalent Exchange. It was something else. If one of you knows the name of that mod and if it's still around, let me know in the comment section. That being said, I do want to give a shout out to all of the pyromaniacs who've joined on YouTube. Sahado Blade, X Legion X, Star Wars Josh Smith, Coaster 99, Ronald Weasley 24, Oakley Thomas Tucker, Killer 8925, Cytherian, Just Random 95, Sage Henry, Dark Rules 99, Ray Weatherford, and Thomas Moyle. Thank you all so much for your support. You guys are what allows me to pay for the server that we have going right now, and you're also going to help set up the sub server probably this weekend. We're still about 6 or 7 subs short, so if you'd like to help us hit the 20 sub mark this month, we still have 13 days left in the month. If you'd like to help us hit it, there's a join button down below. 2, 5, 10 gives you early access videos, which, like this one, is 2 days in advance. So there's that. It would give you subserver access, special rank on Discord, and some other bonuses. So if that's something that you would like, hit that button. If not, that's cool too. My content's always free. Do help me kill the algorithm by burning it to death. The easiest way to do that is just hit the like button. Leave a comment in the comment section. Call me a dumbass, give me a tip, recommend something, ask me to do something, whatever. Every interaction right there tells the YouTube algorithm that I'm worth watching, I'm worth sharing, and it helps the channel grow. And right now, we're having a real problem with old subscribers leaving because we're not doing whatever it is they subbed for anymore. And we are getting new subs in, but more people are leaving than are joining. So that's fine, because it's good to get rid of some of the people who aren't here anymore. But it's also bad in the fact that every time I go to my YouTube analytics, I just see that we're down 50 subscribers for the month, and it makes me cry. So don't make me cry. Let's sub. Let's make the channel grow. Help me out, guys. Anyways, folks, that's it for today. This is an insanely long video. Sorry for my rambling. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next clip.